Hey guys, welcome to It's Tool Time episode 16. Today we're going to talk about squatting and separating your cheat meals. Hey guys, thanks for being here. This is so much fun for me. I love getting to do this. So make sure you send in your questions. At the end of this video, it's gonna tell you exactly how to do that. But I love getting your all's questions. I love getting to do this, and I love getting to hear back from you guys as well. So with that, first question. Is it okay to separate my cheat meal and cheat dessert? Have the meal Saturday and dessert Sunday. You sound like my husband, okay? He's like, well, can't we just like have the ice cream tonight and then like tomorrow then we can have like the pizza and then like the next day we can have like more ice cream? Like, no, like this is not okay, okay? The cheat meal is designed for like this way for a reason, right? Having the dinner or, the meal and the dessert at the same time, okay? Because your body is like lagging down when you're eating healthy. Like, it's not having to work very hard, right? Your metabolism isn't having like speed up anything crazy to digest vegetables and lean proteins and stuff like this, right? So having a cheat meal ramps up your metabolism really fast for that one meal because it's having to digest it, right? So it ramps up because it's like, what is this? We're not used to digesting this type of food. And then, your next meals go back to being healthy, so it spikes your metabolism back, right? And so it's not like doing this all the time, which is not what you want. And it defeats the purpose, right? It defeats the purpose because if you're like ramping it up and then bring it back down, then ramp it up and then bring it back down, like that becomes the norm for your metabolism. And then it's not like burning fat off your body like you're wanting it to, right? So the cheat meal needs to be meal and dessert at the same time, right? Because like then you become like you're ramping it up and then it's just like gonna come here. Like if you're eating those foods all the time, your body gets used to eating those foods, right? So you're basically like depriving your body of those foods and then like giving it to them so you can use those foods as fuel and as a benefit to you by like getting that sugar pumping through your body, spiking your insulin, but you're not wanting to spike that insulin all the time, if that makes sense. So my thing to you is pick a day. Just pick the day and make it that day every week, and that's when you have the dinner, and that's when you have the dessert, and that's it. Like, end of story. All right, next question. I can leg press 240 pounds, but I can't squat more than 50 pounds comfortably. I got to 60 pounds once, but had to go back down to 50 pounds, and I'm still struggling with it. It almost feels like my back says no, and I sometimes can't even go the 90-degree angle, so I lower the weight, and it's like I'm locked and can't squat at all with the barbell on my shoulders. I swerve to a side when I push up, and I know my hip flexors are tight. I stretch on a foam roller after cardio always. So it just sounds to me like your body's not ready to do that, and it sounds like your body is super tight, and you probably should work on some flexibility and stuff as well. For me, that's one of the biggest things I'm working on right now is flexibility. So I'm doing yoga several times a week so I can start opening up those hip flexors and be able to get deeper into my lifts, right? But you shouldn't ever push your body if your body's telling you no. You should just like work comfortably where you're at, right? So using like a PVC pipe, you should start working on just the form of squatting, right? Like just like putting the PVC pipe where it should be on your shoulders, resting across your shoulders and your traps, and then like getting to those angles with no weight at all. So if you can't do it with any weight on you, then you shouldn't be trying to put 50, 60 pounds on your body because there's something that your body's trying to like make you work through right now. And it probably is gonna be your hip flexors or your hamstrings are super tight. So my suggestion to you is just to not take it. You need to take it a couple steps further than the foam roller, right? You need to start working on exercises that work your hip flexors and that open you up. And and if you're still not there, then just practice on like doing like pop squats, right? Like squatting up and down, no bar, no anything, just down to the ground, back up, and watch yourself in a mirror, like from the side, because then you're gonna be able to see if you're like leaning way too forward, you're leaning way too back. But just remember to keep your chest up and your back straight and to look up right? Don't look down when you squat, look up. And then like watch yourself in the mirror and watch your form and see what you're doing and see what you need to adjust. But if you're, you know, pushing 240 pounds on leg press, like that just tells me you are strong, you have strength. But a lot of the times people like us that are super strong, we also are like super locked down by our bodies, right? So just keep working on those hip flexors, keep working on your flexibility, and I promise if you get your flexibility down, you're just gonna feel yourself dropping deeper and deeper and deeper into those exercises. So hope that helps. All right, next question. Please give some examples of how many exercises you do to fit in 40 minutes of strength training. When I do legs is when I spend the longest time at the gym, 2 hours without cardio or stretch time. A leg day for me usually goes with a minimum of 8 types of exercises so I can really feel something the next day. Dang. Okay, 2 hours in the gym, like without cardio or stretching, like that's crazy. Like this is stuff I talk about all the time. Like people think they have to be in the gym for 2 hours, like totally not true. For me, I'm literally in there, you know, like they said, for 40 minutes is like how long I work out for. But what I do is I set myself up to do it efficiently, okay? So I'm always supersetting. I'm always supersetting 2 things, like 2 exercises at one time, right? So let's say I'm doing shoulders, okay? So if I have dumbbells and I'm gonna do presses with dumbbells, then the second exercise that I'm gonna do is also gonna use dumbbells, maybe like a fly, right? So I'm not having to move from doing dumbbells to putting the dumbbells back and then going over to a different machine, a cable machine, do an exercise there, then come back to the dumbbells and then do that again. Like I look at where I'm at, I pick an exercise, and then I do it efficiently from there. So I'll do presses and I'll do flies with dumbbells, right? And then I'll go to the cables and I'll do like a front raise with a cable, right? And then I'll do like a row with a cable, right? And then I'll move on and I'll do a barbell, okay? And so I might do like behind the head, like military press with a barbell, and then I'll turn and I'll do like a incline raise with the barbell out in front of me. Okay, so I'm using the same equipment in 2 different exercises. I'm not having to like move all around the gym every time that I'm switching exercises, if that makes sense. And if you're, you know, staying in one place to do both of those exercises, and I usually do like 4 rounds, 20 reps, but I like do it till I can't breathe, you know? I'm like throwing the weight up and I'm like working really, really hard. I'm not like 1, 2, 3, and then I'm like, you know, I'll get to 8 and then I'll like set the weight down and then like texting on my phone, like, okay, I guess I'll do something else now. All right, okay, now I'm gonna do these 8. Like I'm like working my butt off. And I think the biggest thing here comes with having a plan when you go in the gym, because most people's biggest problem is they walk in the gym and they don't know what they're about to do. They're like, oh, I guess I'll do this and I guess I'll do that. Like when I'm on my way to the gym, I'm listing my workout in my head. And I put my headphones in, I shut down Facebook, I shut down Instagram and Snapchat, like everything's off. Like I'm not sitting here like playing on my phone, right? And if you'll find that if you truly focus on your workout instead of like piddle farting around while you're supposed to be working out, then you'll get in and out of there a lot more quickly and a lot more efficiently. And then you can do other stuff with your day. And you're not like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to go to the gym today because I don't want to be there for 3 hours, right? So just get down your routine and do it more efficiently. Next question, if I don't get sore, does it mean it didn't work? I don't get sore on my biceps, and majority of the times my legs don't either. Okay, so this used to be me. It used to be extremely hard for me to get my biceps to be sore. Like I would train them, I would feel like I was doing like a million reps, and like the next day, like I would be like nothing, like it don't hurt, you know. And then like, you know, doing 5 reps of shoulders, I would be like, oh my gosh, I can't put my hair up, right? What I have found is you just need to start training differently. So for me, that was doing, when I started training biceps in like a quarter rep style, then it was like, oh my gosh, like my arms are so dead. You just need to do something differently because your biceps have been working, you know, you haven't always been training legs, but you've always been like lifting milk jugs and putting away groceries, right? So your biceps are kind of used to being worked out just from naturally like going through life, right? So what I found with biceps is switching it up. So you're either start doing like a ton of reps at a time, like 50 reps in a set, or doing it another way that I like to do. So quarter reps would be like this. So I'm starting with like, this is an imaginary barbell. And I'm starting like this. So I'm gonna do like 1, 2, 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And so you're seeing me like do these little reps, and then I'll do like up to 4, 4, and then up to 5 little reps, and then 5, a full rep. Then 6 little reps, and then a full rep, right? And when I started doing that, it started burning out the other types of muscles inside my bicep instead of just like my big overpowering bicep muscle, right? And it's crazy what just switching up the type of movements that you're doing, like the type of bicep exercises that you're doing, how much it'll change it for you. So I just want to challenge you to just like switch it up and find some new techniques to do, because there's more than just like curling, you know, like there's more to it than that. So I challenge you to try that out, and I bet you the next day you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I'm dead. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to share this if you feel like this video helped you at all. Please comment below with all of your feedback, and make sure to follow me on Snapchat so you can see how crazy I really am.